because Ryan Johnson, J.J. Abrams, are and a few other people on the Star Wars team has been bad mouthing fans that dislike The Last Jedi. Like, oh, you're a sexist, middle-aged white man that is too afraid of women power, or you're just racist. And fans, and then, which is not true at all. It's just the story su- might suck. I or they just are upset that in the direction you took the characters, or they're mad that you're putting your as like your political views in Star Wars when fans don't want to have to face uh political stuff in Star Wars. Granted that the prequels were more political than the original trilogy, and for the story of Darth Sidious, it did make sense why they did George Lucas did more of a political turn in the prequels, but it wasn't like shoving his political views down your throat like with The Last Jedi and with that annoying droid in the Han Solo movie. And it's also because besides listening to the fans, they're pandering to the SJWs, and I have that's part of the reason why fans are upset. It's either one of those reasons or all of those reasons. Oh, and here's my favorite one with Kathleen Kennedy saying, "Oh, females can't relate to Luke Skywalker." Was and which one rumor is that's why they decided to kill Luke off. The other one is out with the old and new. Which I understand that they want the new to have their moments shine, but don't get rid of the old just to make way of the new. Let the new, let the old also have their spotlight, but have it a little bit less than the new. Have the old kind of help the new have their shine brighter, besides just having them killed off just to make way of the old and with the new. And with the whole Luke Skywalker thing, it's kind of like saying male fans cannot relate to Leia, or black people can't relate to Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Anakin Skywalker, Padme Amidala, Obi-Wan Kenobi, pretty much any white people, right? Pretty much anybody of color, of race can relate to any other people of race or gender. And and that's the main reason why Solo a Star Wars Story failed in the box office, like the worst grossing movie in the Star Wars history. It's because at Star Wars, the Lucasfilms, I'm sorry, they are bashing Star Wars fans that dislikes The Last Jedi, and they can't expect fans to uh they can't expect fans to like let's see how I can put this. They can't expect fans to want to go see any of their movies. They bash fans that dislike a movie of theirs. I mean, I dislike this. my least favorite Star Wars movie out of the prequels and the original trilogy combined. I'm not even going to count the new trilogy that's still in progress, the standalone movies, and I, with the exception of the holiday special, which is literally my least favorite Star Wars in general, but with the prequels and the original trilogy, my least favorite Star Wars movie between the six is Attack of the Clones. Even though I get where George Lucas was coming from in terms of story and with the progression, so I don't really have any problem with that. I didn't mind the where he was coming from and where he was trying to, but the way he did it in Attack of the Enemy was on Naboo. I didn't feel like a sense of danger, and he could have made it where it there should have been a sense of danger on Naboo. It should have been like a sense of danger, but George Lucas isn't bashing the fans that disliked the prequels or the original trilogy, any one of his six Star Wars movies. He ain't bashing the fans who disliked his Star Wars movies. And the people who did the holiday special, as far as I'm aware, they aren't bashing the fans that dislike the holiday special. Which, if George Lucas came out and said, "Hey guys, I'm making episode 9," do you know how many people would actually go to see like episode 9 or any other Star Wars movie that he's gonna make? I can tell you, a decent amount of people, because back to me disliking the Attack of the Clones. He's not gonna say, "Oh, Philippe, you're just a sexist, racist, middle-aged man who's afraid of female power or just racist." Uh, I'm not racist. My best friend is Bulgarian. I'm not joking. Literally, my best friend is Bulgarian, and he's like a brother to me. So, I don't, since that, not to sound like Obi-Wan, but in a certain point of view, I'm not really, he's not really my best friend. He's more like a brother. We have known each other coming for 10 years, coming in August, 11 years. Because me and my best friend, we known each other, we met in school. And yeah, and like in every relationship, we had our problems. But we talked through our problems, and that strengthened our relationship, and we're more like brothers than anything else. And he's Bulgarian, and I'm part Haitian, and I'm not afraid of female power. Because, especially since there's this one girl I like, and if I was afraid of female power, because she's pretty strong-willed, I wouldn't waste my time spending time with her. So, right there, oh hey, Bounty Boy. How are you, Bounty Boy? And even as a guy, I am kind of offended by Kathleen Kennedy's words of girls can't relate to okay. This is bullcrap. Just watch that Star Wars girl. She will cut her name is Anna, but her YouTube name is That Star Wars Girl, right? And she pretty much destroys that logic. Do you follow the Jedi religion? Do you mean Jedi? Because I do believe in the Jedi religion, and there's a lot of what the Jedi religion does that I do apply in my own life. So to answer your question, yeah, to a certain extent, yeah, I do. But yeah, that Star Wars girl kind of destroys the logic of why girls can't relate to Luke Skywalker. She's in there saying how she can relate to Luke Skywalker, and I'm pretty sure that Jessie Milestone from that Mindless Entertainment, if I remember correctly, she made a similar video of that. And it's literally kind of like saying, oh, people can't relate to Ahsoka Tano. I mean, males can't relate to Ahsoka Tano. Like, do you dress up like a Jedi and do against people? Oh yeah, I do, like, I go to conventions, dress up, like, I went to C2E2, like, for the past 3, 4 years, and with the exception of the first year, I have dressed up like a Jedi, and 2 of those years, I did get into a lightsaber duel, especially last year, because there was this one person that wanted to get into a lightsaber fight with me, and I was a Jedi, right? So I activated my lightsaber, and I believe it was a Jedi as well. I can't remember if it was a Jedi or a Sith, but he also activated his lightsaber, and there were a lot of people watching because I could see people across my eye watching us. So we were fighting with our lightsabers, which I unfortunately don't have my Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber here with me, but it's in the house. I just don't feel like getting it. And we were uh dueling, right? And this was after I bought this sword, right? This Legend of Soda sword. So I used this against to my advantage, which you can say is cheating. And I won. And it was pretty awesome. And I heard a lot of people saying, damn! Because it was so awesome. My favorite Jedi is Luke Skywalker. My favorite Great Jedi, even though you didn't ask for the Great Jedi, my favorite Great Jedi is Ahsoka. Well, can you count Ahsoka as a Great Jedi because she, like, for Star Wars Rebels? I don't know. And, I mean, that's Ahsoka Tano is my favorite, Great Jedi. My favorite, Darth Vader, for sure. But, yeah. And right there kind of also in a way, debunks Kathleen Kennedy's statement of, even though she was more saying it was females can't relate to Luke Skywalker, in a sense she's saying that the opposite gender can't relate to, like, another gender that's opposite of them. Well, that's pretty cool, yeah. But yeah, Ahsoka Tano, she started out as like one of the most hated characters in Star Wars history, right? As we saw more of the Clone Wars, then see Ahsoka in the Rebels show, she became one of the most beloved characters of the Star Wars history. And the only time when I got remotely excited for a character in Star Wars being a girl is Captain Phasma. Because, yeah, there were a few female bounty hunters and thank you for the like, in like the Clone Wars, right? But there was none in the actual movies. So that's the closest to me being excited for a female character in general. Because I was saying, yeah, okay, I'm on board with this female battle hunter. I'm hoping that this female battle hunter would be badass. And then The Last Jedi, I mean, First Awakens kind of didn't show her being a badass. But I was excited for The Last Jedi. See if they will make her a badass bounty hunter. No, not really. They only had like one scene for like, what, 10 minutes, and they killed her off, which was gravely disappointing. But like, I didn't care like the gender of any other characters. Master Yoda is the best Jedi ever. Yeah, well, in my personal opinion, the, uh, the best Jedi ever has to be between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker. That's in my opinion. And but yeah, a lot of fans are pissed, are upset with it. Yeah, part of it, the reason why fans are upset with the Star Wars right now is kind of the direction Lucasfilm's been taking it. But it's really more of like people there that's on the Lucasfilms team. And yes, I'm kind of calling J.J. Abrams, look, Kathleen Kennedy and Ryan Johnson out, mainly of bashing fans that didn't like The Last Jedi. And in my house, like, come on, people. You can't expect us fans, regardless if we like The Last Jedi or not, to want to see your solo Star Wars story. Especially since that's like about the one movie like barely anyone wanted to see. So I feel like the reason why Solo: A Star Wars Story did what it did in the box office was because of the insults that that the people that was on Lucasfilms throughout The Last Jedi haters, and they expect, and the lack of listening too, and expect us fans to want to go see their movies. Now hopefully they will change their ways soon, cause actually apologize for making those statements, cause I really bet if they apologize for making those offensive statements, more people would want to go see the last for episode 9. I wish I could say The Force Awakens would be my last J.J. Abrams movie that I go see after his offensive statements to The Last Jedi. But seeing how he's making episode 9 and seeing how Star Wars is my one kryptonite, that would be lying. I listen to myself if I said I'm not going to see any more J.J. Abrams movies. It would be more accurate. Last Jedi, episode 9 will more than likely be my last J.J. Abrams movie that I go see. Assuming that, unless if he apologizes. If he apologizes, then I will retract this statement. But other than that, no. But yeah, my favorite Jedi of all time is Luke Skywalker. Then comes Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then comes Yoda. My favorite Sith of all time is... Actually, no, I take that back. It's a tie between Darth Sidious and Darth Vader. The Darth Vader's just because he's a badass. Darth Sidious is because... And it's really because of prequels. He kinda put his plan in motion in the prequels to make the Jedi to extinguish the Jedi Order, even though he kind of failed to kill all the Jedi. But still, he kind of executed his one plan in a really awesome way to make the Jedi be extinct. And the how he did it was awesome, and no Jedi or anybody on the Senate. Oh, hey, Mr. How are you doing, Mr. And I feel that's why I find Darth Sidious my favorite Sith Lord. And, but yeah, how are you doing, Mr. But yeah, I just feel like the people at Lucasfilms bashing people, people at Lucasfilms bashing people who dislike The Last Jedi, and I mean, bashing the people that dislike The Last Jedi, and I'm not Chinese, I'm Mr. But yeah, I'm feeling that with the people at Lucasfilms bashing the people who dislike The Last Jedi, who is ignoring the fans and kind of putting, like, shoving their political views down our throats, of lack of a better term, in Star Wars, is the reason why so many fans, regardless if they like The Last Jedi or not, regardless if they liked Solo Star Wars story or not, it's the reason why people hating on hating on the Star Wars right now. And I don't know, I saw a message. I like the Marvel Universe more than Star Wars, but I do love Star Wars, especially Master Yoda. Now, yeah, right now, I'm with you, boy. Bounty boy. I'm with you right there. At the moment. If you're going to pretend, if we're going to pretend that the new Star Wars movies that were made when Disney, like the new trilogy, the spin-off trilogy movies, assuming that they don't exist, I would be saying I like Star Wars like 1% more than I do Marvel. But right now, and it's mainly because of the offensive statements, and I agree, Infinity War was amazing, but only because of the offensive statements the people behind Lucasfilms has been saying about the Last Jedi haters. I feel like that's most of the reason why I feel like I'm more of a fan to the MCU and the and the DCEU as well. Okay, Mr. Nice to see you, and hopefully I'll see you later in a future live stream or video. One of those two, same difference, right? But yeah, it's and the DC Comics live action movies in that are associated with the Justice League, a lot of them are are okay. Wonder Woman was the best one of the DCEU, but I don't see them bashing fans that dislike their movies, which is why I have more respect for the DCEU and just have more respect for Marvel, their MCEU or MCU, is because even their movies has impressed me. At least most of the movies has impressed me, and with those movies By the way, everyone who died at the end actually didn't. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, especially like Spider-Man and Black Panther. If you heard that they're gonna make a sequel to both movies, then you know that they didn't die. That somehow they're gonna come back to life. So that right there kind of shows proves their point even more, Bounty Boy. That everybody's gonna die, and I kind of expected that too. Even though the seeing Spider-Man fade away was like the most heartbreaking I've seen. And I love the scene after the credits, which is potential spoilers if you haven't seen the scene after the credits. I love how after Miranda Hill, Agent Hill, and Nick Fury disappeared, we saw the Captain Marvel logo, which does that mean that the Captain Marvel movie will be released before Avengers 4? I think I knew at one point, it's just I forgot. But yeah, I honestly have to admit I am more excited for the Avengers 4 than I am for the episode 9. Yeah, also in the film, Doctor Strange said there were only one way to out of 40 million they could hold up, and it disappeared on me. Could win, and one way is the way we're. Yeah! And to be honest, I thought that Doctor Strange was gonna let Iron Man die by not giving up the time stone. And then somehow, because I kind of, if Iron Man actually died in Infinity War, shifting gears from talking so much about Star Wars into more about the MCU, but I would have been mad if they killed off Tony Stark, because, and that sound like a SJW, but I know in the comic books they have an, female Iron Man. Okay, yeah, I've heard about Captain Marvel being announced in Avengers 4. It's just I forget if they were going to have a Captain Marvel movie before Avengers 4 came out, or going to be like a little bit after. But I know Captain Marvel is going to be a prequel to like the Avengers universe, and then pretty much them doing what they did with Captain America, the first Avenger. If the next film Adam with Gauntlet and clicked his fingers and everyone will come back. Yeah. Wait, Adam, who's Adam? But I mean, yeah, it would be cool to see a female Iron Man, not sound like a SJW or anything, but it would be cool to see a female Iron Man. That way we can get an Iron Man 4, 5, and 6. Because if you pay attention, Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor all had their own trilogies. All had trilogies. So it would be cool. It, Animus, a guy who is made of gold people. And okay. I get you now. But yeah, and even with the DCEU, I will be more excited for whatever movie they decide to come out with than any Star Wars movie that comes out. Only because the people at Lucasfilm's been bashing The Last Jedi haters. And the only major thing I would change in The Last Jedi is Luke Skywalker dying. Well, that and having Captain Phasma have more screen time so she can look like more of a badass. Those are the only major things that I would change in The Last Jedi. The other things in The Last Jedi I am either okay with or semi-okay with. And trust me, my favorite MCU movie, which I bet has some flaws in it, I just can't see it, is Black Panther. Black Panther is my personal favorite MCU movie. And I'm not gonna be like Ryan Johnson, J.J. Abrams, and Kathleen Kennedy with Star Wars: The Last Jedi and say, "Oh my God, Black Panther has no flaws." And but people are saying that they have to sacrifice one person to the Soul Stone. I mean, yeah, watch. Somehow they're gonna bring back Gamora. They're gonna bring back Gamora somehow. And I believe that the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy who had faded away is in the same realm that Thanos is in. I'm willing to bet you it's in that same. They're in the same realm. Read the rest of the comment. Okay, so but people were saying that they had to sacrifice one person to the Soul Stone to bring one back. For example, Captain America. For Bucky, this makes much sense, but I hope it doesn't happen. Yeah, but I've also heard some theories that assuming that my theory is right about the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy that are trapped in the same area as we saw Thanos in that towards the end of the Infinity War. I've heard some fans are saying somehow those people are going to find a way out of that realm, which I wouldn't necessarily be surprised. But the one character I do hope that they'll bring back is Gamora, because she is one of my favorite MCU characters. To bring back Gamora, Doctor Strange has to first time. Well, yeah, but wouldn't he be able to with a Soul Stone? Couldn't they bring back use the Soul Stone to bring Gamora back? I mean, I'm not an expert in for Marvel Comics or DC Comics as I am with Star Wars, but couldn't they use the Soul Stone to bring Gamora back? Besides saying, "Oh, let's use the Time Stone to bring Gamora back." Well, that and Vision. Because yeah, because if I understand correctly, they could potentially use the Soul Stone to bring back Gamora and potentially Vision. But I have a feeling if they're going to bring one of those two characters back, it's more than likely going to be Gamora. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm, like I said, basing it from the facts that I understand. I might be wrong, and if any of you guys who are more of an expert in with Marvel Comics than I am, please let me know, like, in the comic section, because, yeah, it's just, the Marvels comic me. Oh yeah, by the way, Bounty Boy, who is your favorite comic book team? After Avengers 4, they say the next Avengers film will be Avengers vs. X-Men because Marvel are planning to put in X-Men universe. Well, I wouldn't mind that. Uh, have they already made has Disney already made a deal with Fox that will let them Is Disney owning Fox already? Because I remember hearing there were talks about Disney possibly owning Fox, which will allow the X-Men to be in the MCU. Also, I'm hoping that will go out, and it'll be cool to see Jackman, Jackman, being in the MCU. Oh, really? That'd be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't know how they would do it, seeing how the two Deadpool movies are rated R, and the MCU movies are rated PG-13. Not saying that they can't pull it off, but it'll be an interesting concept to see where they'll take it. And it'll be a fun concept, especially since Deadpool's a goofball and he has to be my favorite X-Men. Yeah, he definitely will be my favorite X-Men. But they already, Marvel already did my one dream. Excuse me. My one fan dream. Marvel has already made my one fan dream come true. And that was seeing Spider-Man teaming up with the Avengers. Because Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel hero. It'd be a bit of a stretch to say my Marvel character, but Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel hero. And I wanted to see Spider-Man teaming up with the Avengers. I didn't even care if he only teamed up with one Avenger, like they did showed in Spider-Man Homecoming with Iron Man. I would have been okay with that. But seeing how they showed Spider-Man teaming up, or The Walking Dead, what is your favorite comic book team, Bounty Boy? My favorite comic book based team are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's my favorite comic book team. If it got, I see. And Leonardo is my favorite turtle, cause I got a shirt that has Leonardo on it. And on the back is a shell. And this has to be one of my favorite shirts of all time. I also got this. I got a few more. Oh, and I'll answer that in a sec. And I even got this shirt that says Chick Stick Ninjas. I was begging my mom to get this for me, and it worked. But to answer your question, do I like The Walking Dead? I honestly cannot answer that. Only because I haven't seen the series. I haven't played the games, I haven't seen the series. I'm possibly going to live stream me playing Walking Dead games, to be honest. Possibly. Like the Telltale games of The Walking Dead, I might live stream me playing that. Will do. Actually, I should probably end this live stream too, because I have something to do. Thanks, whoever liked, the gist. I ended this live stream. 3. Oh yeah, whoever didn't subscribe or liked already, please do so. Tell your friends about me too. So anyways, I need this live stream. 3,